Video time! Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Thanks for sticking around. If you like my videos, please consider subscribing. Obviously, it means a lot to me. I really enjoy doing this. I haven't been doing it for that long, but I'm having a great time. Hopefully you enjoy my shit. So yeah, subscribe. Yeah, bring it. Any video ideas, just put it in the comments, innit? Easy. It's easy. It's easy. It's just do it. So for this week's vid, I thought I'd just do something a bit different and do like a studio tour. You've seen this view a fair amount. You've seen like that wall and that wall. But I thought I'd sort of go through what I got, what I use, where I am. There's a pigeon outside, you know, all good shit. Okay, so yeah, this is my studio. This is where I come in. This is the site I enter to. So yeah, it used to be my parents' garage, but we fixed it up, painted it, put a nice floor in it, and now I use it as my studios. Me and my dad actually made all of the sound treatment for it. There's a really great company in America called Ready Acoustics that you send your room dimensions to in pictures, and they make like a 3D render of your room with all the treatment they recommend. So we did that service. But then made it all ourselves. But I was really happy with how they turned out. I think they look profesh as hell. I told my dad that he should go into business, but he's not interested. So with the bass traps, thanks Facebook, there's a wooden frame that goes around the edge with foam inside and then a metal, oh fucking hell, this is hard. And then a metal pole that goes down the middle just to hold the foam in place. The bass traps have denser foam and these panels have slightly lighter foam. Red and grey walls, can't go wrong with that. Nice little wood floor with a nice little rug carpet and a sofa. It's not soiled, it's just old. And it's missing bits of cotton or whatever. It's not poop. So, let's talk about some gear. So this is my beloved Prs Custom 24. It's actually one of, I think it was 150 that PRS made for the release of the 1957-2008 pickups. It's a really beautiful top that kind of shifts between grey and brown depending on the light. I actually switched out the pickups because the 5708 pickups were quite voiced quite vintagely. They were quite low output. So I switched them out for a bare knuckle Juggernaut bridge and a bare knuckle VH2 neck. It's a really nice combination. They sound great. The guitar sounds great. It's just lovely. Probably my second favorite is my Fender American Strat in this beautiful sonic blue color. It's a really great guitar. I mean, there's not much to say about it. 5-way selector. It's just a Strat, innit? I switched out the pickups on it to bare knuckle single coils. I can't actually remember what they are because I did an editing job ages ago and they offered to pay me in pickups, so I said yes. But I remember I messaged Tim from bare knuckle and basically said, give me something which is going to be like a Telecaster bridge and then a Strat neck. So he recommended something. Can't remember what they are, sorry. But it's lovely. It's got like a satin finished neck. It's just like a Strat in it. The next favorite would actually be this. I'm being lent this currently and I'm completely blown away by it. Obviously Dingwall have a very good reputation and from the little exposure I'd had to them in person, I knew they sounded great. But after being lent this and actually playing it and recording it and putting it in a mix, I've just been completely blown away by the unique like tonal character of it and just the consistency of its sound. The low end is just super consistent. It's just phenomenal and it's so nice to play. I mean, it even sounds sick just acoustic. So I've already sold one of my basses since getting this like beginning of the week. My other bass is up for sale. and I've sold a bunch of gear. I sold my Fender bass, which I use in a couple of videos. I sold the old pickups from my Strat. I've got a couple cymbals up on eBay so I can get my own dingwall. I want to get the Nolly signature. It's Nolly Sig. And the colors you can get on them are just crazy. I really want the lime green one. This was my first guitar actually, which is a Schecter Demon. An old vintage acoustic. This is the other bass that I'm selling, an SR505 Ibanez 5-string bass. Buy it off me, it's on eBay, check it out, yo. And then a flippin' fucking shittin' banjo. It's not a great one, it's a Stag, but it sounds like a banjo. And why wouldn't you want a banjo? In my rack, it's very, very simple and minimalist. I just have my Focusrite Sapphire Pro 40 and the Kemper. This is nothing, it's a Behringer preamp, but it's not plugged in, it doesn't turn on. It's just a spacer, I got it from my old college. They sold it to me for like 10 quid, so Bob's your uncle. And this is just my power supply unit. Pretty self-explanatory. The Sapphire Pro 40 is great. It's just super clean, not super snazzy or anything. 8 inputs, jack and XLR combos, you know, does the job. Obviously the Kemper is the Kemper. I'm into modeling purely just for the financial gain from it. You save a lot of money in the long run if you get good modeling stuff, which is why I got the Kemper. It's also why I own the Slate virtual mic system. I would love to own all the gear that you get from them individually, but they're hella expensive. And these aren't, like, a Kemper is by no means cheap, but if you manage to save up the money and get it, then you're saving a lot of money in the long run. This I got most recently, which is the Moog Mother... This is the Moog Mother 32 semi-modular synthesizer. It's awesome. It's pretty cheap for what it is. It's basically the brain of a synth. It's one oscillator. It's got your filters, your attacks, your releases. It's got a square and saw wave, and then a square or triangle LFO. And then it's got this patching system here, so you can like patch in different pathways basically to modulate. And it's designed that if you take out these screws and take off the back, it can be fit into a Eurorack modular system, which is something I really want to do. I love synthesizers. I've always been really intrigued by modular synths, and this was kind of my starting point for it. So I'd love to do more synth videos for this channel and just messing around with weird sounds. I've spent a lot of time doing that. So if I could make money out of doing it, that'd be even better. The trusty Horizon Devices precision drive. That thing's just great. Some kind of overdrive before your ramp. This is the Native Instruments S61 complete keyboard. I got this pretty recently too. I used to have a horrible Mammoth keyboard there, which is what you saw briefly in the Misha Mansell Toneforge video. I recently got rid of that. It was actually my dad's old one, but it was broken and crap. And it's just tremendous. You can hook it into your DAW through here and then control instruments and faders all through this, and you've got your like record and your plays. But it just feels real nice, lights up. It's just really good, does the job, sturdy, nice smart functionality. It's fun. Something I found really interesting, because I used to have, as I said, I used to have the keyboard here. I completely underestimated the impact of actually having the keyboard on my desk in front of me with instantly coming up with ideas more frequently than just doing it in by mouse, because it's kind of stupid, but before when the keyboard was to my left, I just wouldn't use it. Maybe I'm just stupid or lazy. Probably both. DAW I run is Logic. You've probably seen it in the back of my videos. It's just what I've used. I've tried using Cubase and Pro Tools back in music college, but Logic is the first one I really got into, just because I had a Mac and I got Logic. That's it really. Monitoring, I have Adam A7Xs with the subwoofer. I think it's the sub 8. I also use Sonarworks room correction. So that's the frequency response of my room. This thing was a game changer for me, because I used to not live too near my studio, so I ended up doing a lot of mixing work on headphones. And then when I would bring the work I did on my headphones to my studio, it would sound like crap, and I was like, oh man, what's wrong? Is it my headphones? Is it my room? It was my room. There's a huge dip around 100 hertz, and this just levels it all out. It's terrific. Got some pedals in here, which I don't really often use that all too frequently. And that's Crybaby, the classic Microtubes B7K. And then this beast, the Electro Harmonix Metal Muff. I only use this if I want something to sound extremely, disgustingly, terribly distorted. But for that, it works great. I like collecting things which make things sound bad. Not much in there. Now let's talk about how I do my video audio. This is the receiver for this. There we go. This is the receiver for my microphone, which I'm wearing on my lapel. So this goes wirelessly to my butt pack, to this, which goes to my microphone. Then I've got an XLR that just goes into my interface. I don't know, this video might be shit, might be real boring, but some of you might be interested. Oh. But honestly, that's kind of it. Also wanted to sort of say, what do you guys like about my videos? What do you dislike about them? I've really enjoyed doing it so far. And I feel like the feedback has been positive, which has been surprising and very humbling. I would love to do more videos on stuff which isn't necessarily metal, synths. I even love trying to compose like classical music, so it'd be cool to do some videos based around those kind of areas. And just music in general, man. Music's cool, it's a big world. But that kind of sums it up. I hope this video was insightful, exciting, entertaining, good for you nerds. And it's fun to kind of just chat a bit instead of doing random music things. I don't really know how to sign this off. I thought I would be talking more about stuff, but I've kind of talked everything pretty quickly.
Just recently? Wait. Read it out loud. Okay.